Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we're actually have a special video. We're doing a breakdown of a police encounter via body cam footage. We haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm quite excited. As you guys know, I'm a former law enforcement officer, so I'm gonna give you some insight as it relates to this type of interaction. This specifically is involving Takashi 6ix9ine. For those who are not familiar, he is a rapper, very famous rapper. He's out in Miami. I don't know if he still makes music, but he's been in the news recently a lot. He's been going through a lot, right? Like he got jumped not too long ago, he was arrested not too long ago, and now he's arrested again, right? So this time we're gonna actually look at what it is he's being charged with, why he got arrested, how he handled the situation, and what we can learn from it. And I'm gonna give you some tips, some personal tips from yours truly to Takashi on how he could change this situation moving forward, and give him some expert opinion. So anyways, let's break down this video. I'm gonna get you guys' thoughts at the end. So I'm gonna give you some backstory before we get into it. So apparently, Takashi had an active traffic warrant for his arrest for failure to appear. For those, you already know what it is. You get a ticket, you don't show up for court, they hit you with that warrant, you're out of here when you get pulled over, all right? One thing I admire about this interaction was that Takashi was cool, calm, and collected. He listened, he followed instructions, everybody's safe, the police are safe, Takashi's safe. The officers were professional, his friends were respectful, everybody walked away, and the situation turned out to be positive. In a way, right? He went to jail, but you know, it is what it is. Let's dive into the video. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts. How this whole thing go down. So let's go ahead and play it.
There's all the paperwork.
You gotta get it from me.
What do you mean?
Your license and registration insurance.
I don't know which is which.
Registration insurance.
License plate?
Registration
Okay.
insurance.
But take this. It's license plate.
Just give me the registration insurance.
Okay. Vehicle registration. No, the insurance should be here. Fax.
So you guys know the drill. She's asking for the registration. So what you don't know, he's driving a, I think there's a Rolls Royce truck, or it might be a Bentley truck. I don't know. But he's in a truck. He's in a high-end truck or whatever. And there's no license plate on it. So that might be the reason why he got pulled over. And then now the officer's asking for the registration. Why? Because what's more important than the license plate is registration. Let us know that the vehicle is legally allowed to operate on state road. They're going to take that VIN number, right, that's on the vehicle, and they're going to run it, and it'll tell us everything we need to know, right? We verify, we match the VIN, make sure the vehicle's not stolen, make sure everything's legit. So and then she's checking for the insurance. So that's where we are in this process.
You say you don't have your driver license?
No. I mean, you come to my house all the time. It's my Daniel Hernandez.
Do you have your license on you or no?
I said no like 3 times.
So he's cool. He's like, she said, hey, do you have your license? He's like, nah. Hey, do you have your license on you? Ma'am, I said no like 3 times, right? So here's the next thing. Is that a citable offense? You guys already know you can't legally drive a vehicle on state road without having a license. That's true for any state. So that's another citation. So she's gonna take his name and date of birth and then go and run him. She tries to run him. She can't get anything back. She then asks for his social, you guys. She runs his social, and that's when she comes back with a warrant for his arrest. All right, so just to kind of give you a little breakdown summary, because they're gonna skip a few of that in this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump around. She takes down his social. She goes back to the car. She comes back, and she's gonna order him out the vehicle.
Do you know your license number?
No, I have no idea. I just might be New York.
No, I'm saying it's a Florida deal. It's not gonna
It's
be
a Florida state.
Step out the car for me, sir.
What I love about this, she asks him to step out the car. He gets out the car. No argument, no complaining.
Warrant for what?
Spread your legs for me.
cooperating. Listen, this is textbook, you guys. This is how it's supposed to look. I say it all the time on this channel: comply to survive. The officers are giving you a legal command. Hey, can you step out of the vehicle? You step out the vehicle. They said, okay, you got a warrant for your arrest. What kind of warrant? It's a traffic warrant. Listen, put your hands behind your back. Guess what he does? He does it. Put your hand, okay, patting you down. Cool. You guys, this is how it's supposed to look. No arguing, no yelling, no disrespect, no fidgeting around. He's complying. You guys, he's complying. This is how it's supposed to look. All right.
Tell me for what though?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. 1 second.
I mean,
Got a traffic warrant.
So you taking me to jail for a traffic warrant?
Yes,
Failure to appear, bro. You didn't show up for court.
I didn't know that. When for what though?
I guess you received a ticket or something that you didn't pay.
I never received a ticket.
Step forward.
all right. So he asked for what? So the other officer says failure to appear. You guys, this is a very common, well-issued warrant. What is it? When you get a ticket and you don't go to court on the court date, they will issue a bench warrant for your arrest for failure to appear. That's what he has a warrant for. It sounds petty. It is what it is. That's just the name of the game, right? What could be one of the bigger reasons for this arrest warrant? What I've seen and what I've noticed, you guys, one of the things is, one, people forget. That's one thing. The second thing is people do not update their address on their license. Whatever address he put down on the ticket that he initially received that got him this warrant, apparently, I believe this is from a case where he was speeding. He was doing, I think, over 150 miles per hour in like a 65 mile per hour zone. He got pulled over and they arrested him for that, right? It looks like that's the ticket. That's the ticket that he received in June that he did not go to court for. The court will send paperwork to the address that was on the citation. If you don't update your address, you guys, then that mail gets sent to wherever it's supposed to be sent to. If you're not there to receive it, that really falls on you. I tell people all the time, hey, make sure this is an address where you receive mail at, because if you do not show up and you don't respond to the letters, they will issue out a warrant. I believe I'm more than likely either he's just not checking his mail, maybe he's out on tour or whatever he's doing, and he missed it and forgot about the court date. More than likely that's what happened, and they issued a warrant for his arrest. All right, so that's not uncommon. It happens all too often.
Yo, Ren. Yo, bro.
Wait, don't tell him you got the card.
Stay in the car for him.
Another thing, this is a perfect example. His friend was on his way to get out the vehicle because, Takashi asked him, hey, whatever called him, he's getting ready to get out the car. Well, that poses a threat or a safety issue to the officers at the scene. And so they just simply say, hey, sir, don't get out the car yet. What did he do? He got back in the car. You guys, listen, it's just that simple, right? So comply to survive. No one's arguing, no one's yelling. Everybody's following instructions. These are legal commands that an officer is giving. So shout out to them. Just cooperating, man. It goes a long way, right? These traffic stops do not have to be difficult when everybody follows instructions.
Yeah, you got a traffic warrant, so you're gonna be going to the Palm County Jail. You want to leave your property with your people?
You hear this?
You want to give it to me?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna fast forward through some of this.
Let me just hit the back seat. Do another search.
So she's searching him, typical, make sure there's no drugs, no weapons, or nothing like that on him.
Bring the split back. Just reach it back. Bring that to me. Who do you want to turn the car over to? Who do you want to turn the car over to? Well, they can't drive it. They're going to have to...
Why they can't drive it?
They don't have a tag on it. You gonna put?
I just showed you the tag.
They gonna put the tag on it?
No, it's a safety protocol. But we right by my house. They dropping it right back.
What
to
you mean
the
it's a safety protocol?
Safety protocol.
They can't.
People take pictures of of the license plate. They run it and end up at my house.
The DMV cleared this, or you got
Yeah.
paperwork
Oh
for
my
that?
God.
No, I'm saying you got the paperwork for that?
It's probably, it's in my house, but hold on.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I can see that. I can see that happening. So that's interesting take on it. She's saying, you know, put the plate on there. He's like, nah, it's a safety issue. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Well, we're gonna talk about that.
I showed you the license plate, right? So that's how. Once I show you the license plate, I'm good. I'll show you the license plate.
You can't.
All right, listen. You know when the license they have it and you have it right in the car. You know what I mean?
It's supposed to be on the car.
No. If I get pulled over and I show you a license plate, I have it. It's just not on the car.
But it's supposed to
Every
be on
car.
the car.
No. It's no.
Sir, I've been doing this job a while.
All right,
It's
cool.
supposed to be
Well,
on the
I'm
car.
telling you, wait. I haven't even left my house. You know that, right? Like I'm still in my community. I'm in my gated community, right? I'm in my house. They driving there. My house is 4 houses down. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I showed you
So
registration.
you're
I
saying
showed
you
you
could drive on
insurance.
the wrong side of the road and pass cars because you're in your neighborhood? Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't say that. We're talking about license. We're talking about a license plate.
But it's still.
No, I'm telling you what I'm
Same
saying.
thing
Well, I'm talking about a license plate, right? Let's talk about license plate. I showed you the license plate.
All right, cool. We'll talk about it.
All right. So now we got the backstory. Now we understand why he got pulled over. I like that. I like that banter back and forth between them. That was interesting. So, let's break down that conversation because that's very interesting. So now we know what's actually going on. Takashi said they're actually still inside his gated community, right? They're inside a neighborhood. He said he's 4 houses away from his house. So, but what Takashi doesn't realize is the moment you get off your private property, which is your driveway, and you drive onto that public roadway, you're fair game, right? So the officers have authority to pull him over for one, not having a display of his license plate. That's illegal, right? That's a state violation. The second violation, according to the officer, is that he illegally passed or overtook a vehicle, right? And you cannot do that, right? So each state has their own specific breakdown. I don't know what they're charging him with specifically, but it sounds like in a neighborhood you have 2 lanes. You have 2 lanes, one going in the opposite direction. Seems like whatever they may have witnessed, more likely it was a vehicle was driving and they wanted to go around that vehicle. Maybe the car was driving too slow, whatever. But whatever it was, the police witnessed it, right? They witnessed it, which is why they decided to pull him over. And then on top of that, his tag is missing. So now Takashi's saying, listen, the reason why I don't put my tag on is for privacy reasons. The officer is like, well, that's irrelevant because there's supposed to be a tag on the vehicle. He's like, no, it doesn't work like that. She's like, yeah, it does. I've been doing this job, right, for a while. I'm telling you, that's how it works. What's the truth? The truth is the officer is absolutely correct. Can they still drive off with the vehicle? Yes, the officer knows the vehicle's registered. It's insured. She can't keep the vehicle there. All they have to do is just put the tag back on the vehicle. If I was Takashi, I'd just say, put the tag on the vehicle, take the vehicle back to the house. We're still in the subdivision and we'll work everything out. Did the DMV give him a pass? I don't know. He would have to prove that. Where does that get proven? In court. If he doesn't have any documentations in the vehicle on his person, then honestly, I'm not going to argue with him. I'm just going to cite the ticket and tell him to take it up with the judge, but I'm not going to keep his vehicle from his friends, right? As long as they have license to drive, I'm giving them the vehicle if that's what he wants, right? Apparently, Takashi's license was also suspended as well. Who knows for what? But let me give Takashi some advice. And this goes to anybody who has similar problems. If you're a celebrity or you're concerned about your safety and things of that nature, and you don't want people to have access to your information, what could Takashi do? This is some advice to you, brother. I'm gonna give you some advice. Because here's the thing. Listen, for those who don't know, I met Takashi twice. I met him. I walked past him twice in Florida, actually. One leaving a lounge. He was with some entourage, a bunch of women with fake bodies. But he was cool. You know, I said, what's up? He said, what's up? He was cool. And then another time I walked past him, I was walking in Miami and he was walking. I was walking downtown Miami. I was just walking, through the city. And he walked right past me by himself. So I thought that was interesting. He had on his little mask and stuff, his ninja outfit. And I thought that was interesting. I was like, damn, Takashi just be out here walking around. So anyways, Takashi, my advice to you, brother, what should you do in reference to this situation? If you're having issues, privacy issues with your vehicle, you have people taking your information and getting back to your home. What you need to do is take your vehicles. You need to start a limousine company, right? Register all your vehicles through your limousine company. That will give you special privileges in tinting your window, privacy tint, which is pretty much 0% visibility. You can do that under a limousine permit. And then also you'll get a special license plate. It starts with like a LM, limousine license plate. That will allow you to operate your vehicles as a limousine. You get special privileges with that. And then whoever gets a copy of your license plate, that license plate is going to be registered to your business, which you would have your business address as maybe like a PO box or something of that nature. That way it's also protecting you from people getting access to your personal information. If they run it, it goes back to the business. And also you're insuring that limousine company separate from you, right? So you're taking that liability off of you and putting it on the company. So just a little inside tip for you. Listen, free of charge, brother, free of charge. If you need some more advice on how to avoid having unfortunate encounters with law enforcement, please reach out to me. My services, I'm sure you can afford it. All right. So anyways, you guys, that is the encounter with Takashi 6ix9ine while he was arrested. What are your thoughts on that? Again, I really want to just highlight his calm demeanor, his respect for law enforcement, and just how smooth the interaction went. And again, these happen all the time, right? A lot of times the media would like to showcase all the negative encounters, you guys, but the reality is police do a great job out here because a lot of people are in jail peacefully and unharmed because they comply. And even some of the most violent criminals also get apprehended safely as well, right? So this is just to push back on that narrative that people are just getting shot and beat up all the time by the police. Is not true. All right. So anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.